What's up, everybody? It's your boy ShowtimeDr. So, got around to trying out. Uh, God, I was about to say Grand Blue. That would have made some people very happy. Got around to trying Dragalia Lost, and to be perfectly honest, I kind of like it. I guess I might as well make myself bigger. Ooh. Make my monster growl. Anyways. So, things I like about this game. Number one, and probably the most awesome part about this game, is the music. If you are an old school gamer like I am, you'll catch things that oh, that sounds like something from Kingdom Hearts. Oh, that sounds like something from Streets of Rage. That sounds like something from Mega Man. They kind of it feels like whoever did the soundtrack for this game, they took pieces, really catchy pieces from a lot of old hits. So it's pretty cool. I would love to play the music for you guys, but Nintendo are notoriously Nazis on YouTube. If I might even get a takedown request for this video just because that's in the background there. It's basically a test video to see if I do. But yeah, if there's 0.001 second of their music in anything, they DMCA you and try to get a strike on your account and take any revenue that's created. So it's kind of BS, but so that's why. But if you want to see, I'll leave a video, or I'll leave a link to the video of me playing. My recommendation: skip the first 3 or so hours because I was re-rolling at that point. Now I'll get into the other aspects of this game that are really cool, but the sound is definitely the number one thing in this game that's really cool. It has a storyline that's actually not terrible. It seems like it's going to be typical same old anime hero storyline for a while, but right until when you get to about chapter 2, you're saying, oh, they're actually doing different things. It's not just your typical hero story. So that was kind of interesting. And the combat system. Now, the combat system, it's kind of a mixed bag for me. Mostly good. You control top-down characters. In fact, let me see if I can actually get... because this is all storyline so far. Yeah, there we go. So you control mostly top down. And you see there I'm controlling the I think that's the archer guy I got some 5-star archer. Whatever. There's using a mouse really sucks for this. I'm hoping I can figure out a way to use a controller. But essentially what you're doing is, if you're using a phone or whatever, you're swiping certain ways to do rolls for dodging. There's also power-up moves where you hold the button and then you release it on wherever your target area is. And of course there's your typical forward swipe, etc. And most of the stages you're going to get to a boss, like in this one, and you're just going to wreck the boss for a while. You see how he's jumping around, and it kind of tells you where he's going to go. So it kind of, in a way, it kind of reminds me of Diablo a little bit. And then one thing I saw too was they have rare mobs in this game. So for instance, a mob can spawn within a flicks, kind of like the old Diablo series. So there was this one guy that spawned later on, and he had a fire shield going on around him. So we had to dodge that on top of the normal thing. And it was rare mob spawn. It was oh crap, and then we killed this rare mob down, and he dropped some decent loot. And then also another feature in this game is you can basically turn into a dragon, which is pretty cool. Now, the dragon, there's lots of buffs in this game. There's your typical XP buff. There's a skill tree, kind of like Final Fantasy X skill tree. It's a little bit different though. Actually, it kind of reminds me more of Final Fantasy 13 skill tree. There is also weapon upgrading, weapon crafting. You can upgrade your dragon and upgrade the dragon stats. If your dragon has the same element as you, the bonus goes up even more. And then also there's your typical water damages wind. Oh wait, no, water damages fire, fire damages wind, etc. But that is actually really important in this game. It's not like in KC where it's well, it's kind of important, but it's only important because we put these debuffs up. Or these buffs up or whatever. So, and then so there's lots of quests to do. There's lots of story stuff. It's actually really cool how the characters interact with each other. There's this little pimp walk mode you might see. Like you're walking around and then you're at like a campfire with your crew and they're all like telling stories about each other and stuff, and then uh, just pretty fun interaction. There's a little bit of base building as well. You get your own castle. That's the skill tree I was talking about right there. So you got your castle, and yeah, you can actually unlock stories, like side stories, which apparently add more XP and buffs, etc. Dang, I forget what I was saying right then. Well, anyways, I'm sure I'll get back to it. But then, oh yeah, worm prints. So worm prints, they're like these relics, basically, these items you can equip on the characters. On every character, you can equip a weapon, a dragon, and an item. And there's up to 5-star. 5-star, I believe, is the max. There might be 6-star, but that's the most you can draw from a summon. The way the summons work are, you can draw characters, dragons, or the relics. Which the relics have like a 1% something chance. The dragons and the heroes are like 0.5 to get a 5-star. But apparently the every time you don't get a 5-star, it goes up 0.1% chance. So at least there's a little bit of you know, anti-get screwed mechanic there. And then also there's enough quests and stuff that you get summon crystals and all the materials you need to upgrade your character fairly easily right now. So there's like an XP dungeon. Oh yeah, I was talking about the castle. So you can build your own land, and there is like gold factories, a place where you can grow dragon fruit to upgrade your dragons. There's a dragon roost, you actually feed it. And then there is these like elemental towers where every time you upgrade it, it upgrades anyone associated with that elemental. It upgrades their health and their attack damage. And one of the other highlights of this game is actually the co-op. The co-op's really fun. You can co-op pretty much anything once you unlock it. And so that goes from like XP dungeons to stuff on the story map, etc. And it was pretty fun in the stream. We actually got a group together and we were co-op doing the XP dungeon just to get our power levels up. Now your power level, that is going to affect what you can unlock. You see that there, like 1900, 1850. That means you basically have to be that power level to do that. It might not be it for those dungeons, but for a lot of dungeons. And 6K is the first real benchmark you have to have for your team. Your teams consist of 4 heroes, and each with their own dragons and gear, etc. And, you know, you just run around. Now, the part of this game that sucks, in my opinion right now, is the controls. It's not super terrible or anything. It would just be nicer to be able to use a controller versus, like, swipe motions and, in my case, a mouse, which, of course, is horrible because you have to use that to dodge and to attack at the same time. And there's a lot of times where, like, I'll be attacking and I'll be clicking another place and my character is still attacking like in the other direction, even though we killed everything over there. And even if I like, if I pause for a second and then hit the button, he's still attacking back there. So you basically have to do like tactical rolls in between your attacks for the dodging, and then he'll lock onto a thing. There's also a hold button. There's a mechanic in this game. There's lots of trap mechanics also, but there's a mechanic in this game where they get these barriers and you have to go get, I forget what it was called, but it was like the shatter ability or something like that. Every character has one, and for my particular character, I have to hold the mouse down after I target, and it charges, and then eventually it'll launch like this big arrow that does a AoE, like kind of like a howitzer strike. But the problem is most mobs move by the time that hits, so you got to either anticipate or be like really lucky. So yeah, there's that shield I was talking about right there. So, and then someone's about to break it with their skill. But yeah, the co-op is really fun. The controls, you know, that'll hopefully get better as the game goes on. You can adjust the sensitivity and stuff, but you know, it just needs some work. But otherwise, overall, I think this is a very fun game. The characters are all unique. There's no obsession with trap characters like there is in Knights Chronicle. And then apparently there's actually a lot of 4-star heroes that are arguably better than the 5-star heroes in this game. Now, they got a couple tier lists. You know, it's been a day that this game's been out, so putting stock in a tier list people can tell you which characters are good, but they can't tell you this is the best character. So the people that are doing that, they're kind of insane right now. But, so that's my first impressions, guys. I'm really enjoying this game. I gave it its own tab in the Discord now, so that's there for everybody, because they were already talking about it in the mobile general tab. And then, yeah, also a new player tip. You can't actually roll into like those chests. Anything sparkling like those mushrooms are, you can roll and you get like coins out of them. They'll get you a little bit extra. I think they're called rupees in this game, rupees. And you can roll into the treasure chests and the barrels, you know, your typical stuff. You don't have to shoot them. And then this is going to be the boss encounter, so I'll let this go for a bit, and we'll probably finish on that. But I will be putting out guides for this. It's just going to take me a while to learn things to the point where I feel like I can actually tell you guys what to do. Or not tell you guys what to do, but, you know, like guide you guys on, hey, here's some typical stuff. Now, for the reroll process, you're going to need LD player to play this. Or Nox. Some people got working on Nox, or obviously your phone. But there's like a whole guide on how to do it. Just look up LD player Dragalia lost, and then that'll show you most of the common issues. You got to unroot it, and then there's a whole thing where you got to disable Google Play services, so it's kind of a little bit of a pain. And then it's still going to prompt you like, you can't play this game without Google Play services. You can just like skip it, so don't even worry about that. But yeah, so it's pretty fun. So give it a shot. It might not be your game. It won me over a lot more than I thought it was going to, so I'll put it that way. And God, it seems like every KC streamer, for the most part, is starting to play this now, because we're all bored of KC. It's like log in, farm, pull on a banner, there's no new content for you, see you later. So I'm still waiting for the KC super or major content patch notes that should be coming on Tuesday, but that's going to be a while. So until then, there's this. I'll be farming on this a little bit, and then of course I got all my other various gacha games. Ugh, what have I done to myself? But anyways, guys, if you're having fun with this game, let me know. Maybe I don't know. I'll try to get my friend code or something. You guys can add me, or you guys could just ask me. I'm ShowtimeDr in the game, so you could find me that way as well. Anyways, that's it for me, so I'll catch you guys later. So if you're new to this channel, I'm ShowtimeDr. You found my YouTube. Go ahead and hit the like button if you enjoyed the content. I also have a Twitch. I stream this game on Twitch along with some other games. Twitch.tv/ShowtimeDr. I also have a Discord. Links should be in the title description. And I just added a new Dragalia Lost tab. So, and anyways, other than that, guys, I'm out. Have a good day. Peace out.